No timeout. Everyone running at Curry. There's 3 Kings there. Gets it to Draymond, down to 5. Klay tops it at 3. Klay for the win. Good! I told you.
Killa! Klay! That felt good. My heart was racing so much, man. And Fitz, as annoying as he can be from time to time, that man knows his play-by-play calls, and that's why he does it, man. He's good! I know I can't goddamn impressionate Fitz, but it's always so great, man. Fitz just knows his stuff, and even Kellena had a great call today. What a win against the Kings, even though they were without the Aaron Fox. You knew they would fight their heart out tonight, especially since they lost to us earlier already. And let me start, of course, once again, we talk about Warriors perspective here only. Summer, the Kings talk will be in across the NBA if you want to check those out. Let me start talking about the starters, where the starters are clearly not in sync yet. Klay, besides the fourth quarter, where he got rewarded for making some good plays, passing-wise, and just hit 2 clutch shots, man. That's what Klay does. And hopefully it will light a few more under him. And he has been fairly good overall still. And Draymond, of course, is getting back into game shape, and Wiggins has missed some time in training camp. The starting lineup has not been as sharp as it usually is, and Steph also was, off today. He kind of got tangled up and had a grimace on him in the first quarter. I can't find the clip, but he just grimaced, and I was like, man, is it the ankle? Is it just some foot pain? I don't know what the hell that was. Maybe there's some news, but I'm not on social media that much right now, so I could have checked, but I want to watch some other games that I did not have the time to watch yet, but I want to record this first. So maybe it will be in post-production. But it looked like he got hurt in the first quarter, and then the turnovers started happening, and he also just didn't have the ball. The dribbling wasn't there. Keegan Murray was shutting him down. He is not a bad defender, right? But no, against Steph, it's not usually a defender that gives him that much trouble. You saw Herb Jones literally 2 days ago, right? And he was not patient enough. Those double teams were really good from the Kings also. And like I said, some dribbling wasn't, he didn't have the ball on the string as he usually does. And Draymond, big, okay, I can't say that out loud. Draymond hit a couple of early threes, which is a great sign. And Wiggins also got going early on with some good buckets inside. And those beautiful out-of-bounds play. It's not ideal still, it's not perfect, but hey, there were some promising signs, at least a little bit. And we were also a little too worried about Sabonis, which understandably so, but we left too many good shoulders open to double him. And I would get that if he was going, if he was hitting everything, but he wasn't. And it kind of felt like unnecessary that early on, but at the end it did pay off as they missed some clutch 3-pointers, and I would just live with him making some twos, but we usually don't do this, so it's understandable. What was interesting to see against the second unit, which was once again Chris Paul, Kuminga, Moody, Dario, of course, Dario Saric, and GP2 for some time. He even closed the game. They threw a zone at us, which was pretty smart actually, because Kuminga's mid-rangers worked against that zone a little bit, but until Dario started hitting those 3-pointers, it worked fairly well, as Chris Paul couldn't get to his spots as easily, and Moody had his first off night today offensively. Defensively, he's still a dog, man. I love those guys so much. And Kuminga had a good stint, but also was kinda still rusty coming back from that injury, which might be more serious, which might have been a little more serious than we thought. Of course, he's played, and he wasn't bad, but who knows, right? And Dario, like I said, Dario was a huge part of tonight. Great rebounding from him. He got going offensively, hit like 3 timely 3-pointers, and held his own defensively, which is huge. And it was beautiful to see, man. He's such a good addition, and he can do a little bit of everything. Plays the good pick and roll with Chris Paul. He's the only one really who sticks a good screen, right? Kuminga, as much as I love him, he needs to get better at screening, right? He's not willing to put the body there as much, and he also just loves to slip instantly, which doesn't give enough time for Chris Paul, for example, to truly, abuse that pick and roll. And I loved the offense we were able to create in crunch time. We had Steph, CP, Klay, Draymond, and GP2 out there against this Kings team, who, even though they have Sabonis, they're not as big. I would have liked to see some, besides I'm gonna get back to crunch time, but let me just point this out first. I would have likened to see some Trace Jackson Davis tonight after his stint against the Pelicans, against Sabonis or JaVale McGee, but Caravan with Dario and Draymond and Looney only, which it's understandable, and they weren't as they didn't take as much of an advantage as I thought they would. And like I said, Dario making up on it on the offensive end was well worth it, obviously. And back to crunch time, we made some really good goddamn plays down the stretch where we created a lot of great wide open looks, wide open layups, whether it was Chris Paul to Steph, where Steph sometimes missed, sometimes made it. One of those plays being where Chris Paul bodied Harrison Barnes, and from transition we created a wide open pretty much Steph look, or at least for Steph that's a wide open look, and then we tipped it in. He also created another wide open look for Steph, which he missed. We created so many great layups. Klay was really good with his passing there. And that out of bounds play where it was 98-99, as you are seeing right now, the out of bounds play where they in 6 seconds got the ball to Steph through the middleman in Chris Paul, and he beat the Kings down the zone and made a really tough shot over one of their worst defenders in Malik Monk, of course, which was great. We took the lead. Then Sabonis made that goddamn bank mid-range, which is insane. But he was great down the stretch. He even made those 2 clutch free throws where before he was... I don't know what he was from the free throw line, but he missed a lot of free throws tonight. So that was great. We took advantage of them overplaying the 3-point line, and it was not a great performance offensively, but that doesn't matter, man. The defense is really great. We are rebounding well. We are just, crashing the glass so well. Contests are a really good, fundamental, good contesting. Having a healthy GP2 helps that a lot, right? He's a menace defensively. He has improved his back offensively a lot. He made that one... I don't know if I would call it a hook shot, right? But that one, I guess a hook shot in the clutch. And I've never had a doubt he was going to make it. And it's not an easy shot per se. And it's just beautiful to see. So the great signs are there that this should be a top 5, top 10 defense. And I'm not worried about the offense at all, as I think everyone will get going a little more as we get more into game shape in terms of Draymond and Wiggins. Wiggins has to gain some confidence back. I think Klay is gonna be fine. He always had a little bit of slower starts, and he had really good games on the road. So I'm not worried about that. Steph's gonna be awesome. He just had an off night today, and maybe they weren't as up for it because it was after Halloween and De'Aaron Fox wasn't playing, so that could have been also played a part. Defensively, like I said, they are up for it, which is all that matters to me. They will be a top 5, top 10 defense in this league, and that's what wins championships, man. That defensive intensity, that contesting, those rebounds, it's so awesome to watch, man. And we get another win. Let me know your thoughts if you want. Did I miss something? I'm not I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan that wants to talk and be positive as much as it gets, unless it was Anthony Lamb last year or some, tough losses in the playoffs. But I still was overall, I would say, more positive than not, because that's what I want to do, man. I want to bring some hope and some just chill, entertaining energy, hopefully entertaining. But at least if you listen to me, I hope you were, chilled out, because that's what I do most of the time, and I want people to just enjoy basketball and enjoy life as much as possible. And that is that. So that was my kind of a mantra outro. What the hell? Mantra outro. And like I always say, be kind to yourself and to others. Peace.